Now that we've broken over this overnight high, I'm waiting for this F period to pull back into this level. I have an order here at 408 or 508.50. Right there. I won't want to see it get any acceptance down into this node here. Put an emergency stop down here at 505.25. Be right there. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe if you want to see future videos of how I trade market profile and volume profile. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below. Just about there. 2 more ticks. Actually take 3 to get through here for it to enter. So you can see this high volume node right here. That's why I put my entry just above that, thinking we would get down to roughly this area. And you can see the cutout right here. There, that put us in. See the cutout right here. So we want to stay out of this node. We want to stay up here. This may come down and touch this area. We want to see it reject out of there. You can see the separation in these nodes right here. It might come down and test this area, but we want to see rejection out of this. We don't want to see acceptance down into this node. So we're testing that overnight high. I have my emergency stop set here at 505.25, but I don't want to see any acceptance under this overnight low or overnight high. Otherwise, I'll close it manually. I won't wait for this. This is primarily if the computer shuts down or we get a power outage. I put my first target right about here. The center of this high volume area. So 1475. Move one of those to here. And I'll leave the other one up here just to maybe at the top of this. This volume area or this node right here. So let's say 18. Mainly I'm just watching to see what kind of reaction we're getting off this area. So this purple line right here is the low of last week's value area. So it's an entire week, and it's that, this is the low of that area. So this would be, you can't see them now, but these are the blue lines here. Actually, I can turn this off. So this would be today's value area high and low, these two. And if I turn this back on, obviously this week's high and low are the same because we've only got one day in this week. And it'll just take a second for this to populate. Right here is last week's value area low, this purple line. Then you have the POC from last week, which is here. So as a long-term target, I'd be targeting this POC from last week. And again, that's the weekly POC, not, by the day. So if we were to get a big push up here, I could try to hold one of my contracts up into this area, but I would just keep moving my stop up. So we'd have to get up here and it'd have to push pretty good and then just put a stop in. And then I would let this run the next leg up. You'd have to get into this node here. And you can see this cut out. You can see this cutout in the volume profile here. So we'd have to get through this. But obviously the first step is to get some interest in taking it higher. That first target would be 25 ticks. And then the second, right now we have it at 1775. Over there, that would be 37. But this is the one I was talking about moving if it looks like it's pushing pretty good. So you can see on this delta chart that they did buy it right here at the overnight high. So that's a good sign. Now we just need to see if we can get some extension higher. We need to break these highs. So we want to watch it up here and see what kind of reaction we get. Obviously, the first goal is to break this E high. Just about there. If we do break this E high, I'll bring one of these stops up to secure some of this. Somewhere in here, 1150. Just in case it comes up and falls back into this. I wouldn't want to rotate all the way back down with both contracts. You can see we've been single time framing since B. You got the B period, then you got the C period. It's went higher, the D period higher, E. Now we're into the F. So you wouldn't want to go against that. meaning you wouldn't want to take any trades, short trades. Here's a G period. And try to, there we go. We broke the E. I'll bring one of these stops up. It's going to be real close to our first target, 1475. We get up there again, I'll tuck this stop underneath it. Yeah, that's close enough right there. We took off our first contract. I think that was about 20 ticks. Now we'll bring the second one up. I'd bring it up to at least here. Really, you could go below this G low, 1050. So if we get up into this area, I'll bring the second stop up to this target level. Otherwise, if this looks like it's going to fall off, I'll close this trade entirely. Just be out of it. Just kind of lagging here. If you're interested in supporting my channel, check out some of the links that are in the description of all my videos. There are links for signing up for Quantower, Apex, Financial Juice, as well as a list of books that I've read and feel are worth your time. By using any of these links, it will give me a small commission, but it will not cost you any more. Yep, this is why I sold that first contract in case this happened. You want to see this recover. Otherwise, you can just close the second one. And there's a good chance we'll rotate back down in this area, so you might have another chance at it. This time I'll follow it up with a stop. think I said in a few of my last videos, I've been taking shorter targets. So like this 20 ticks would be a shorter target for me just because I've been getting this far and then, some of these have been collapsing back on themselves. When I see it lose steam like this, I have a tendency to want to just take it and move on. I'd like to give it a chance to try to recover and get through here. Like I said, I'll follow that up with a stop, and if it comes back on me at that point, then that's fine. Moving so slow, it's hard to get a read on what it's actually trying to do for me. I'll move this up a little bit, and if it takes it out, it does. Our stop's up here at 1150 now. Feel like it's just kind of losing its drive to move higher here. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe if you want to see future videos of how I trade market profile and volume profile. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below. So right there's 16 ticks. Take that. You can see how here it was pushing so hard, and then we got to this point and it just kept stalling out. I wasn't willing to take another rotation down to here. It's still a good trade. I think we got 19 to 20 ticks on that first one and 16 ticks on that last one.